This MC grew up in the Islington and Finch corridor of Toronto, where he first dabbled in the arts as a comic book illustrator in his early teens. Inspired by artists from Marvin Gaye to Jay-Z, Rochester picked up a mic and began documenting his experiences through music. His first major break came by winning a radio station talent contest in 2002. Fast forward to present day, and Rochester has various music videos under his belt, has opened for some of hip-hop's biggest acts, released his debut album, A New Day, has won the 2008 Stylist DJ Award for Canadian Hip-Hop Single of the Year, and is poised to release his new album.
I definitely bring a lot of energy. There's an eclectic sound, I think, that's still hip hop and still rap music, but it's a different mixture. You know what I'm saying? I use sounds from all different types of genres of music. Even my new album coming out is called Genreless, because I'm taking things from all different genres of music, man. So it's like, you know, from everything from rap to reggae to dancehall, you know, to a little bit of country, you know, to a little bit of rock.
Hey, yo, I woke up this morning with a new state of mind. Now I look at life with a brand new eyes. Caught a little vibe and I wrote a little rhyme. Touched by the way the sun rays just shine. Right on my pad, feel it in my pen. Writing so fast like my hands shivering. Plus the ink gush give me rush to my head like a training program. The Neo and Matrix on the...
It's the future of hip-hop or rap to me, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a fusion of just music, you know? It's not anything, it's just music. It's just, you know, what I grew up on was hip-hop, Wu-Tang Clan, you know what I'm saying? Biggie, Pac, Jay-Z, Nas, Busta Rhymes, and it's just all these people who I've loved. But at the same time, I was on the dance scene as well. And it's all music, man. So why don't you just like incorporate everything into one, you know what I mean? And just make it something that everybody, no matter where you're from, can enjoy. And that's what I'm trying to do.
One eating, call me in the evening, leave your visa, girl you won't need it, trust your feeling, what's it gonna be, cause you the one for me.
My music is strong and everybody likes it, but I feel like I shine the most when people get to meet me, the person, and then actually rock out with me, and they understand a lot more. So meeting different people, you know what I mean, performing for different crowds, seeing what songs work, what songs don't, you know, because that's the one place out of every time of doing this music, man, that you're really with the people who enjoy it. And maybe you're people who didn't know they were going to enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? So that's the place where I can just interact with people, you know?
When I say pull up, y'all say pull up, 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 pull up.
Being in Africa and stuff like that, man, it was amazing because we did this show. I've never got such a crazy reaction from that, man. I was dripping sweat. I mean, my voice was just almost run out. And to get that amount of energy and love, and I love shows like that because, like I said, you could be real interactive with the people.
Keep repping it, sipping Bambino when the Bambina's checking in.
The most memorable video, I would say, would be A New Day, you know what I'm saying? Because that was a joint, it was up for Much Music Awards, it was in heavy rotation for a long time, and it was just like, wow, it turned into something very special. It was featuring Color Brown, one of my favorite artists, man. I love that song because everybody's always like, yo, you see the tune with the sun, you know what I mean? They're like, with the reggae singer with the dread on it. I'm like, yeah. I get countless big ups for that joint, man. And you know, writing that just came from the heart, man, and just having the people develop it. That's when I really became Rochester at that point, you know what I mean? Everybody started to notice. The next video was One Night, where I chose to develop my style, you know, and show people that I'm an artist, you know what I mean? I'm not just a hip hop artist, but I'm a musician and an artist, man. I make music, man, no matter what genre it is, yo, you know, I'm from Toronto and I can match with anybody in the game right now.
Yes, me, capital R to the O-C. You should get to know me. Roll with me, I make every day feel like the O-C. No worries, we can sit together like Cody's, and maybe we can do it all slow. Yo, undercover, lover, friend, and homie.
So now I don't just have the hip-hop crowd loving me, I have the dance, crowd loving me as well, man, you know what I'm saying? And now I just open up my fan base to a whole nother crowd, and I'm so happy I did that, man.
When you feel like you're through, and you're down feeling blue, nothing's working for you, baby, it's okay.
When I had my daughter, it was like the rising point of my career. A lot of artists could have folded up and maybe packed it in because my daughter was a special case. She was born with cerebral palsy, man. And the money that I'm making off of tour and stuff like that, it's all going towards her. And I feel like, being a dad made me a stronger artist. You know what I mean? I love my daughter to death. I got a track dedicated to her. It's called It's Okay. Basically, it's what it is, saying that, times are gonna get hard for you as a child struggling with cerebral palsy, but you gotta realize that it's gonna be okay in the end, because no matter where I am in the world, I got your back.
You know what it's like to have a daughter in a wheelchair and feel like you the reason that she's still there in the hospital for 6 months old, screaming for a dad, begging me to take her home with needles in her arms. Got her feeling drowsy, trying to stay strong, but my eyes getting cloudy.
I love doing work for charities and stuff like that, and when, Tamara from What's the 401 came at me and said, we've been doing all this stuff about HIV and AIDS, I think it's about time we go to where it's happening. So we ended up going to Ethiopia, man, where, so much people are suffering from this pandemic, man, and, just seeing what they're really going through, man, it was a life-changing experience. It's something that I will never forget. Ethiopia, the people, the vibe, really recreated me, man. When I came back to Toronto, I was a different person, man. It was about achieving something in life that, people can look back and say, hey, you know what? He did something special with his life, yo. You know what I mean? And that's what it's really all about now for me.
Well, I can kick a 1-2, just load up the Pro Tools and direct me to the booth, baby. All you gotta do is turn it on.
Those days are gone where it's just like, hey, I'm just hip hop, or I'm just this, or I'm just that. Everybody loves to listen to music in general, man, and I think Genreless really embodies that movement. It's like I feel even more focused right now that I have my own label and a lot of things are starting to develop for me. I'm like, yo, I'm going that extra mile right now. And the support of the people really keeps me going all the time, man. I put everything I had into this label and into my music, man, that, it can somehow develop myself, develop the label, and develop, music for Canadians in general, man, and bring it to the world, because that's really what I'm all about, man. We got so much talent in here, man, so it needs to shine right now. Now's the time.